Good afternoon, everybody. Hope everybody's having a good day. It's Thursday, September 22nd. First and foremost, it's actually a great day. It's actually my son Kyle's birthday today. He just turned the big 18, and it's actually unique enough. It's actually my father's birthday. So happy birthday, Dad, as well. So two big birthdays today. Honestly, I forget how old my dad is, but a big shout out to Kyle. Just turned the big 18, so really excited about that. But let's get into our mastermind today. So really appreciate all of you guys joining here. And we're also going to be recording this, sending it out to everybody. But the big main takeaway here, and I'm going to get into this right now, is really what does your mindset look like, your skill set look like, and what is the toolkit that you are carrying around in your tool chest right now to really make your career in real estate the best that's ever has been. And we're in a very unique time, as many of you can agree, that the market is all over the place. You have inflation going on, where groceries are 3 times what they were. You have interest rates going up and up and up, and they continue to go up. Fun fact, they're actually down a little bit today. But as interest rates are climbing, literally almost double what they were. Homes are starting to sit on the market a little bit longer. Things are starting to actually have price reductions. Buyers are out there that can actually negotiate offers. They're not getting beat down by having to go $50,000 over asking price, crazy multiple offers, all of that. And yet, we're still in the best real estate market of all time. There is opportunities galore out there. And that's what I want to talk to you a little bit about is your mindset. You are most likely going to fail in sales from a lack of discipline, a poor attitude, an unwillingness to take initiative, a lack of determination, or a failure to exercise your resourcefulness. And we actually call that solution minded here at the Don Wenner Team, brokered by EXP. The biggest thing in all of this is your mindset. There's all this chaos going on in the world. There's all this activity going on. There's stats being flown around saying there's going to be over 50% of agents leaving this business. And yes, guys, as you guys have known, it's tougher. The last 2 years has been the easiest market in all of real estate. I've been doing this since 2006 when home prices at that time were high, went through the real estate crash when there was 5,000 plus homes available in the Lehigh Valley. Big market change. And yet I'm still here. My mindset is stronger than ever. I'm still looking for resourcefulness, for solutions to everybody's problem. But a lot of times, not a lot of times, all the time, it does come down to your mindset, your lack of discipline. If you have a poor attitude about it, you can just sit back and say, "Oh, it's happening to me," and this is what's going to happen. And it's just not the right way to go about it. Your mindset in this type of market has to be super strong. You need to be disciplined. And so that comes down to not just being disciplined. You hear discipline thrown around a lot, like, oh, you need to wake up, you need to do this, you need to do that. I mean, you've been told that since you're a baby. You gotta wash behind your ears. You need to be disciplined. But there's a lot of things to be said about discipline. It has to be disciplined thought, it has to be disciplined action. It actually has to be disciplined execution, is the most key thing here. But one of the things that you have to do with discipline is you have to understand what that skill set looks like. You have to be disciplined in a simple thing called prospecting. Yes, we are in the day and age that you have to have a discipline around prospecting. When you don't, guess what? You're going to be more desperate, the more difficult to close. You're going to be sporadic prospecting leads, and it leads to stress. There's nothing worse when you are not disciplined in following up with your leads, contacting new people, getting in front of people at a consistent basis. You're going to be sporadic. It's going to lead to stress. If you're sitting here just thinking, yeah, I'm not making my phone calls I need to make. I'm not meeting the people I need to make. I'm not giving information to my community the way that I need to give communication to them. I'm not thinking outside the box, trying to find solutions to people's problems that they might have in real estate. And I'm just not consistent. Guess what, guys? That is a level of discipline that you need to instill in everything. So I'm going to help you guys out here. I'm going to show you 5 ways to develop some discipline. So the first thing you want to do is actually create a discipline list. Now, I want to separate what a goal is versus really what the discipline that it takes to get to that. You have to realize that goals are achieved or they're not by a certain date. But it's the discipline that you take that says, I am going to hit this goal no matter what. I'm going to have consistent action day in and day out to go after that goal. So, discipline, as an example, is very similar. I'm going to use this example with health. So, a lot of people will set a weight loss goal. So weight loss goal is great. You say, hey, I want to lose 20 pounds over the next 6 months. And so you go into diet, you go into exercise, you're living the best life you could with all of this. The problem is that you could do one of two things. You could be undisciplined, and once you hit that goal, say you do lose that 20 pounds, you can go right back to your old habits. And guess what? That isn't discipline. You can also maybe not hit that goal and then continue to just go back into your old ways. Discipline is saying, all right, not only am I going to hit that goal, I'm going to maintain eating healthy, keeping low calorie meals. I'm going to build my body and my diet to give me fuel for my body. I'm going to continue to exercise no matter what. That's the discipline that we're talking about. We're not just talking about setting a goal and you're either going to hit it or you're not. The discipline takes that you're going to do this day in and day out. Guess what, guys? When you are making prospecting calls, to bring this back to real estate, yes, you're going to have that day where you might make 25 prospecting calls in one day in a 2-hour period, and you get 3-4 appointments out of those 25. Guess what? There might be another day that you make 50 phone calls and you get a big fat goose egg of 0 appointments. So it's not about what that goal looks like. You might have set out that goal for like 1 appointment out of those 50 phone calls and you didn't hit any, but it's that discipline that, guess what? You made those phone calls continuously, day in and day out. Second thing you want to do is do the hardest, most important thing first. Guess what, guys? Your to-do list, when you are busy, is never going to go away. So you need to step back from your to-do list. You need to accept that, guess what? You're not going to hit every single thing at all. You just won't. You're going to end the day with things on your to-do list. You might even end your day with more things on your to-do list than you did the day before. But guess what? You have to do the hardest and most important things first. That's what you want to start to knock out in your to-do list. So do the hardest things and really the most important things. If you can start to chip away at those most important things, we call them a rock, but you hit those most important things, even with all your to-dos, you are going to be hyper successful in any market. I don't care if it's considered a good market, a bad market. You can do it in any market. One book that I recommend is reading the book called Eat That Frog. It's a great way to just really give you examples of what that looks like. So make your commitments in writing. That's the third one. Write it down. List all the positive outcomes you enjoy if you achieve all of your commitments that you made. List out all the negative things that will happen and share them. Share them, share them, share them. That's the fourth thing. Share those negative things, share those positive things, and share them with your family is really the ultimate one. When you share something with your family, you say, hey, I'm going to do this, and this is what's going to positively impact it. And you can actually go home at night and say that you did not do that, and you're actually looking at a negative way. You got to really check your mindset at that point. Really look back at your commitments. What are you going to be doing? What is your discipline going to be? And then what you want to do is eliminate distractions. I see it all too often. When you start to chip away at that hard thing, at that big thing, a lot of people get distracted by social media, email surfing, and you feel productive throughout the day. Maybe you're answering a whole ton of easy emails. Again, the keyword there is easy. You're taking the easy way out, and you think that you're being very productive, but you missed that one important meeting. You missed that one important step. You said, oh, that was a little bit too hard. I'm going to knock that out tomorrow. And then guess what? You just get into a vicious cycle. So take action on those top three things that you need to do out of that to-do list. So it's just a simple 5 ways to develop, but eliminate those distractions in the beginning of that. So that is the biggest thing with mindset, is really building that discipline no matter what the market throws at you, whatever you hear. And I'm going to talk about this right now because the number one question we get, and we're selling thousands of homes every single year, is number one question across the board that we get right now is, how is the market? And if you are disciplined enough, you are going to answer it the same exact way every single time. And there's a little sales tip here. You always answer it, it is great. It is a great market. Now, why do you ask? Now, the reason I'm asking this is, and this is a simple question, is why do you ask? Is you want to know what their thoughts of the real estate market is. Why are they asking? Do they have motivation behind that? Are they looking to sell a home? Are they looking to buy a home? Are they looking to maybe get information for a family member that's looking to buy or sell a home? It's great. Why do you ask? They might even say, oh, I've seen it all over the news. That's so negative. Now, here's where everything matters. One, you want to ask them why. The reason you're doing that is because, again, it's a simple way to just really ask them if they're in the market to buy or sell a home. You're not just saying, oh, are you in the market to buy or sell a home? That can be very off-putting to a lot of people right away. But just asking them why, they want to engage in conversation. But here's where your skill set matters. You need to know the data. You need to know what is actually happening in the market to have a constructive conversation. So you always say, and go back to this one slide, you always say, it's great. Why do you ask? And they're going to say, well, the news is really portraying such a negative thing. Well, let me really go over the data with you. I'd love to show you what's happening in your local market. So this is, I've just pulled Pennsylvania data. You can see here that, hey, showings actually have slowed down. They're actually going a little bit below what the weekly average looks like from the first 5 weeks of the market. So yeah, you're going to see that when you put a home on the market, it might not get as many showings as you might have expected from last year or even 2 years ago, when maybe your neighbor sold and they said, oh man, I had a line up across the street down the road, and you know what? Multiple offers. Well, here you go. This is why. You can see that this trends here are showing that showings are starting to decline. You actually see here that that period from after Labor Day typically would actually rise a little bit higher. This year it hasn't. And then somebody's gonna ask you, well, why do you think that showings aren't happening as much? Well, it really comes down to these mortgage rates that are happening right now. Not only is it just more expensive for your milk, your eggs, your food, your electric bill is probably double, but not only that, mortgage rates have actually doubled. The great thing is that even though with all this craziness, mortgage rates actually went down a little bit today. And you can actually see that this is literally from today of what the mortgage rate is. And guess what? It was better than yesterday. So you can actually see here it went down a little bit of a fraction here. But at the same time, when you really scale it out from this time almost last year, over the course of 1 year, it's doubled. The mortgage interest rates have doubled. So that means anybody that's downsizing right now and looking to purchase or downsize a home and really get out of the equity of their home, guess what? Their mortgage payments can be very similar to a house that they might be downsizing. If somebody's upsizing and getting into a bigger home, guess what? Their mortgage payment is going to be pretty high. But again, historically, low interest rates actually. They're pretty darn low, historically speaking, yet many people don't know or know the data behind that to have an actual intelligent conversation. You ask anybody that bought a house in the 1980s, guess what? They're going to say, yeah, interest rates were double digits. House prices were through the roof. And guess what? It was very, very expensive. But guess what? A lot of people still bought houses. People have motivation to buy and sell houses in any kind of market. So you have to be cognizant of that. You have to know what the data is and what the data is speaking to with that. So you have to raise your skill set during this time. So one, get discipline, get prospecting done, get all that. Get two, make sure that you are learning a better skill set. You're learning your data when you're having these conversations about the market. Somebody, if you're having actual conversations because you're actually prospecting, you're talking to people, they are going to ask you, how is the market? You want to be able to answer that for them. You want to have an engaging conversation with them. And then you really need a strong toolkit behind you. I just realized it says toolkit. But you really need to have a strong toolkit behind you. And what we call that is knowing all your options to sell, giving every solution. Now, I say this and I bring this up because we sold a lot of houses last year. Last year alone, we sold over 2,600 homes, and we're on a very similar pace right now. And the reason for that is because when we go into a situation, we know how to help that consumer out in their buying needs, their selling needs, whatever that situation may be. We have the toolkit behind us to make that happen. And the only reason I bring up this slide is to show you that I'm not just speaking just to tell you guys this stuff. We're speaking from experience. We've sold over 10,000 homes, actually 11,000 homes in the last 10 years. We've sold a tremendous amount of homes. We have all the rankings, all that. And I only say that not to brag, but to just tell you that everything I'm showing you right now, we use. We use it at a high level. We teach other people how to use it, and then we have them implement it into their own businesses to help them and provide them with the toolkit so that they can provide all the options to sell your home, so that they can provide customers with the best experience ever. So here it is. Know all your options to sell, but really know all your options. Get a cash offer before closing. Sell your home for top dollar. Trade to this home or we will buy yours. Lease this home back from you if we buy that home. We will sell your home in 34 days guaranteed, or we will buy it. Take a look at all of our off-market opportunities. Get into a home possibly and write an offer on a home before it hits the market. Get an immediate cash offer on your home. Become an elite preferred buyer. No risk home sale. You don't have to worry about your home not selling. 2-year love it or leave it guarantee, meaning that in that first 2 years that you buy a home, if you're not completely in love with it, we will buy that home back from you or sell it for free. That probably really resonated you, a couple of those messages. Why? Because that's a lot. That is a lot of things that are out there, but they are very important because each one of these different programs that you see here and different options, I should say, really are the bread and butter of what we offer. It is our toolkit, our chest of options that we are providing that home buyer and or home seller to help them out and get them the most information possible so that they can make an educated decision. We're not just trying to shove them into a square box and say, hey, no matter what, this is what your solution is. It's just not that way anymore. You have wholesalers that are coming out giving people cash offers. Those people are actually taking cash offers. Why are they not listing with an agent? It's because of their situation. Most agents go out to a home, they can say, hey, this is what you need to fix up. This is what you need to do. We're going to put an open house on and we want to sell the home. Well, what happens when that person doesn't want people walking through their home? They don't want to fix up anything that you or your stage red said. Well, guess what? A lot of people are going to be stuck not giving them an option. So we have the ability, you have the ability, all of us have the ability when you're using the stuff in our toolkit to help them out. So it all started with our guaranteed solutions to solve homeowners' problems. Your home sold in 68 days guaranteed or I'll buy it. We've since changed it to we'll sell your home in 34 days guaranteed or we'll buy it. Just because of market conditions, what we were able to do, our marketing is better really than it's ever been with getting more reach, more homeowners out there. So it's an incredible program. And we've been doing this for over 11 plus years in our local real estate market in Allentown, Pennsylvania. And we've since spread out to New Jersey, Florida, Georgia, North Carolina. We're in many other states to help home buyers and sellers out with know all of your options. We offer all options to buy and sell a home. Here's where it started on the radio, getting all that. Now, I'm not saying you need to go out there and get a big budget radio and stuff like that, but you need to think of what is in your toolkit, what is supporting you to give you all the options to a normal homeowner and or home buyer. Do you have that tool to actually, or solution, I should say, to give them when you are speaking to them. So all of these are really meant to avoid what's called a catch-22 of real estate. When you're stuck with 2 mortgage payments, taxes on 2 properties, maintenance on 2 homes, utility bills on 2 homes, anytime you walk in a home and they say, "Hey, I need to sell this home in order to buy my next home," you're really stuck in a decision. It's like, well, do I buy that next home, get stuck with everything, or while my other home is on the market? Or do I wait for my home to sell? Hopefully, I can put a home sale contingency in on the next home. It's just, there's a lot of if, ands, or buts. You just never know what can happen. So, guess what? We have our guaranteed sale program for them. We tell them, hey, if we don't sell your home in 34 days, we will buy it. It allows that person to actually go in, look for homes. If they find a home that they want, we'll come in and give them an offer of 95% on their home in order for them to buy that next home. It's an incredible, incredible program, gets them past that whole catch-22, and it gives the people peace of mind that they know they're not going to be stuck owning 2 homes at the same time. Most people actually can't afford to keep 2 homes at the same time, especially with everything rising and what it's doing right now. It's even more burdensome on the marketplace and on your pockets right now as a consumer. So this 34-day guaranteed sale program really, really helps out the consumer knowing that they can do that. On the flip side, imagine you have your home listed with the Don Wenner Team, you have that home on the market, and that buyer coming into your home, they need to sell their home in order to purchase your home. Well, it's like, well, you could put it under contract and you could have a whole contingency on it and they could wait. Or heck, because you're listed with the Don Wenner Team, we can actually give that other homeowner a guaranteed offer and say, hey, if your home is not sold in the next 34 days, we'll buy it at 95% market value. So it's an incredible, incredible program to actually get other buyers of your actual home to purchase your home and not have to worry about the contingency, not have to worry about them not being able to sell their home. So it's an incredible, incredible program. We've been running this for literally since day one for 11 plus years. And it's the results for thousands of home sales. The guarantee sale program, an incredible program that's out there. The trade up program. So our trade up program is when we go in and we say, hey, you find a house of ours, you see it listed there, trade up to this home and we will buy yours. It's literally what I just explained to you of, hey, when somebody's looking to purchase your home, we have the ability to actually go in and purchase that home. Now, here's an interesting thing for you guys as well, and a little tip. Anytime you're in a market with new construction builders that are out there, guess what they need? They need something like the trade up program. They need a way to incentivize people to trade up to their house, and then they'll buy yours. So imagine you partner up with a home builder, and you run the trade up program for them. It's just a simple way that you can do this in any market. I don't care what state you're in. Take that little tidbit, go talk to a home builder, talk to us. We'll help you out with how to structure the trade up program, and we can help you actually get into new construction developers and offer the trade up program. This, as a fact, has not been able to happen in the last 2 years. Why? New construction home builders didn't need a real estate agent. And in fact, most homeowners didn't need a real estate agent out there. They could list their home. They could just put it on the market. They could put a sign out there. They'd get 40 offers on the home. They get all this drive-by traffic. They'd hold their own open house. And guess what? Yeah, we could say that, yeah, we can help them through the paperwork. We can help them, give them fiduciary responsibility, give them everything that we need. Of course, that they do better with a real estate agent. But at the same time, most homeowners are like, yeah, we really don't need you right now. And most home builders, as you know, didn't need that. Well, as things start to change, as home builders start to reduce their price, as home builders start to incentivize other agents by paying them more commission, by paying them or giving them TVs, there's all sorts of giveaways that they give. They incentivize the homeowner, the new homeowner that's coming in as well. There's all these incentives that go out there. The trade-up program can be a huge incentive that a lot of home builders just aren't using right now. So reach out to us. Let us know how we can help. We'd love to partner up with you, see how we can help you and get you the conversations with those home builders, again, in any of the markets. If you're watching this in California, no matter where, all 50 states, we can help you in with the trade-up program. The immediate buyout. Now, A lot of you have a whole negative mindset around an immediate buyout. And most of that negativity comes from, well, why would a homeowner take a lower cash offer instead of just listing their property and getting maximum value? Well, not everything is about money. Not everything is about how as much money as they can put in their pocket. And to be quite frank, depending on how much work needs to be done to the property, sometimes that cash offer is actually more money that they would make than if they would list the home, go through the inspection process, get renegotiated at a lower price, deal falls apart, they hold the property even more, you go find another buyer, they go through the negotiation process, they lower the price again because of how much work needs to happen after their inspections, and you just go through this vicious cycle. And guess what? The cash offer is here to really give people peace of mind knowing that, hey, no matter what, if you don't want the home to be sold, if you don't want the shown, if you don't want to fix up anything on the property, and you just want maximum value, you don't have to pay any commissions. We'll come in, we'll give you a cash offer on the property. Guess what? A lot of people's situations when they need that, maybe they're buying that next home and they absolutely cannot have another deal fall through. Well, guess what? That cash offer can help that person in the situation. So it really comes down to a lot of times what is their actual situation that they need. Maybe it's something along the lines where they're buying that next home and they need to be in it, just like I said. Maybe it's that they need to relocate and they need to be out in the next 30 days. They already have a house lined up in Washington, D.C., and they need to be in Washington, D.C. to start their new job in the next 30 days. Maybe it's, who knows? I mean, there's so many different situations that are out there that a cash offer needs to be had. Well, a lot of brokerages and stuff out there or agents, it's hard for you to offer a cash offer out there. You don't have the means, you don't have the connections, you haven't formed that relationship with the investors that are out there. So let us help you. Let us show you how you can formulate a cash offer, how you can now walk into a listing presentation and not only give them, hey, what is their after repair value going to be? What would the as is value be? What would the immediate cash offer be? What would a guaranteed sale offer look like on your consumer's home? We have that toolkit. We have that ability to give you all the options to sell your home. Obviously, innovative virtual 3D tours. We have all sorts of cool little gadgets that help sell homes. And then you get into these questions of, well, cool, like, yeah, I can sell my house pretty quickly. I think I have a handle on what the market is doing right now. But you know what? I just don't know where I'm going to go. And I hear that a lot. Our agents hear that a lot. We're going to hold off the sale of our home until I find that right home. Well, that's what you have to realize as an agent. That's what you have to realize as a consumer is that most of the best homes are not on Zillow. A lot of them actually sell behind the scenes. They sell before they go on the market. Now, I'm not saying it's a majority of them, but some of the best homes that are out there are not on the market. They're sitting there. They're actually waiting to find a buyer. I'm sorry, they're waiting to find their next home. And so they want to sell, but you would never know that they want to sell because there's no sign in the yard. They're not on Zillow. They're not searchable, but we have access to them. We know a lot of them because they come to us because of our solutions, and they're just waiting for something, whether they're fixing up something and they're ready to go, whether they're waiting for their next house, whether the timing's not right, they're waiting for the kids to get out of school. You just never know what the situation may be, but a lot of those homes are ready. So you get access to off-market properties. We're able to actually show, I'm sorry, not show, but like give access to this. Find out what the people's motivation is. Let them know that, hey, we have a buyer that's ready to go on this. You might want to like really look into this. So you have access to off-market properties when, again, not everything is on Zillow right away. And then from our home buyers, we wrap everything into what's called our Elite Preferred Buyer Program. And I always love highlighting this. You can actually see it on this website, dlpelitebuyer.com. Go to that website. And one of the things I love about the Elite Preferred Buyer Program is not only are you helping a home buyer from not only just walking them through A to Z of everything, but we've partnered with strategic vendors to give our home buyers elite access to a lot of things. We give them access to a home inspection, a termite inspection, a 1-year home warranty. We include a 2-year love or leave it guarantee. We get them access to all of their financing strategies, access to off-market deals, get them involved with radon inspections, our trade-up program, everything that you need to know. And not only that, you can expand this elite buyer program to your community. You can go to the local pizza shop. You can say, hey, I would love to partner up with you, pizza shop. I would love for you to just stick my elite buyer program in your pizza shop. And it'd be great if you would say, anybody that buys a home through the Don Wenner team and through me as an agent, you're going to give them a free pizza at closing, because we all know how closings go. It's chaotic. There's a moving truck. Nobody wants to go to a restaurant. You got to shower. You got to get ready, but the house isn't ready. So you know what? A good pizza on the kitchen floor sometimes is just as good as one of the first meals out there. So imagine now involving the community to promote your elite buyer program by just talking to local businesses, seeing what they can offer as part of your elite buyer program is a tremendous, tremendous way to not only just give buyers free access to a lot of things, but now involve the community that you are serving in this program. Help them promote you. So I know we went over a lot of things today and a lot of different action things, from really just you got to get your mindset right. You got to get your mindset looking right, what it looks like in today's market. You got to raise your skill set. So if you're not taking the discipline to contact a lot of people, raise your skill set right now. Learn the data of what's happening in the market, understand what showings are happening, what the price points are in each and every neighborhood, what that looks like right now. Are they up? Are they down? What is happening out there? It's so different if you go up to the Poconos versus the Lehigh Valley versus Bucks County. There's a big difference in price drops and price appreciation and all of that. But what does that look like? Be a master of skill sets. And then that toolkit. That toolkit and knowing all your options to sell is so important in today's market, in any market, but especially today's market. Guess what, folks? It's not getting any easier to sell. It is not getting any easier to go find a home for somebody to buy. It's not any easier to explain all of the options to sell. But when you don't have that toolkit, what are you going to do? You can have that mindset of, well, I'm just not going to do anything. I mean, why me? I might just like really get out of this career. But I can tell you from experience, I've been doing this since 2006. Real estate is one of the most rewarding careers that is out there. From the flexibility and the hard work that you can put in, to just having limitless income, to the fact that, hey, you are helping people at the end of the day with their largest investment that they're most likely going to make in their lifetime. You can impact people's families, you can impact their lives, and you can impact their bottom line. So if any of that resonates with you and you just have any interest, reach out to us. You can go to this website, you can check us out, do all of that. But even if you just want access to our toolkits, you want us to have a conversation with me, see how we can partner up, see what that looks like, of us giving you all your options to sell your home, to give you that knowledge, that tool set to really go into any appointment with confidence and to know that you can help people out. Reach out to us, go to this website, dwteam.com/careers, or just go on Facebook. Look us up, look up the Don Wenner Team on Facebook, send us a message on there. We'll reach back out and we'll see how we can partner up, see how that looks like for you guys. But anyway, I gotta get back to the family. I gotta wish my dad, or not wish him. Gotta go see my dad. Gotta go see Kyle and celebrate some birthdays today. Really appreciate everybody's time, and really look forward to seeing you dominate this market. Even though a lot of people out there are saying this is the worst real estate market, it's the best. So I'll see you guys soon.